U.S. Commercial Service is the federal government partner who helps U.S. companies to export to any country in the world. We have offices in the embassies and consulates all over the world, and we help companies find distribution partners, market information, background checks, and all kinds of information on foreign markets and companies. Trade shows are one of the best opportunities to meet lots of people in one place at one time. It's just efficient to be able to go and spend a few days and meet that many people, which you wouldn't be able to do if you were going around to visit people one by one. The key is to go prepared, and some companies do a lot better job than others at going prepared to trade shows.
When you're displaying for a trade show, some things that we found that work really well is to be able to have a video display that plays in the background, something that attracts people to come into your booth. Remember that when you're at a trade show, you're there to help people. You're not there just to sell a product. But you have something that other people need, and you want to help them grow their business by using your product. You want to offer a product or service that somebody else can benefit from and somebody else can make money with. And if you can help somebody else make money, you'll always be in business. Follow up and follow through. When you're at a trade show, people come up to you from all directions, from all over the country and sometimes all over the world. And it's real easy to promise the moon and the stars, but it's not so easy to follow through and to follow up on that. But when you can take notes and you can follow up on that, suddenly you're starting to build that connection with somebody.
We in the U.S. Commercial Service have a lot of tools to help companies prepare for trade shows and maximize their time. We can provide market research or assistance like that, contacts. You want to exhibit at the show but not spend a lot of money, we have mini booth options at some shows, or we can support companies with a big presence. There's another program that we offer now where one of our staff from the U.S. Commercial Service will walk the trade show on your behalf and promote your company, gather leads, and see what kind of competition is there, and then produce a report.
As far as being in the right place at the right time, I mean, you never know what that right time is. You just got to do the daily things to get business. And that means attending trade shows, following up on going to seminars. Make sure you have a plan in place that you follow up with people. You got to understand that you're not the first one that's going to that country. You're not the first one doing that trade show, you know, being from a foreign country. Numerous people have tried, and what they all do at trade shows, you go down there, you introduce yourself, and nobody ever follows up. You know, don't be that company.
I think the greatest thing about trade shows is it gets you out there and in front of the potential customers and potential distributors, buyers, decision makers. Make it interactive, and by that I mean get the customers involved who are coming by, something to make them stop and say wow, or turn their head, or get them involved by actually using the product or trying the product. Like we have a scooter there, and we'll let them ride the scooter right up the ramp, and it's effective to keep people involved in the show. You know you're doing it right when you have people in the booth that you're giving a demonstration, and you have 2 or 3 different layers that are watching the demonstration from outside the booth. When you got 10 guys and the booth next door has 1 guy, and you're doing something right.
With our Haybuster product, almost every time we can demonstrate our product, actually get people to come through and, you know, touch, feel, see, discuss the product, that's always going to be better bang. Understand that people that are coming to that show are busy. They've also got an agenda, and you've got to try and get into their minds and their lives. Other than that, I think the most important thing I try and prep people for that are going to attend a show is to work it. This is not a vacation. You've got to go there and be on point, be, you know, dress properly, speak properly, know your product well.
A trade show may cost you $10,000, but you may get 50 leads or 60 leads, and sort through leads, figure out how probable what the probability of them ordering from you is, and then you can put a value to it. So last fall we were doing a trade show in Switzerland, and we had one extra day at the end of the trade show where it was a free day. Well, I hopped on LinkedIn and checked out the area for people that I had been connected with, people in the same industry, and I found just about 4 hours down the road was a company that I hadn't met with in the past, and they had some potential business for us. So I drove down there, had a great meeting with them, and now we've started the sales process on what could turn into a multi-million-dollar sale for us. So that's an example where just being in the right place at the right time and knowing enough people in your region where if you can set up one meeting, it makes the whole trip worthwhile.
We were able to partner with the U.S. Commercial Service and their pavilion and arranged to have a presence and a location at the show that far exceeded what we could have possibly afforded individually by going in there alone. So by partnering with the commercial service and sharing in their facilities and their meeting space, it provided an effective tool for us to be able to arrange meetings with prospective customers as well as existing customers at that show.